A former militant leader, Mujahid Asari Dokubo, has stated that the Southeast region does not have any economic value. According to him, the region is a barren soil. Dokubo made a statement on Tuesday in a post on his Facebook page. According to him, the region is of no economic importance to Nigeria. Dokubo reiterates that the only thing the Igbo man in the East has to his advantage is the ability to make more money using money. He, however, noted that there is a need for peaceful coexistence for businesses to thrive in the parts of the country. Dokubo lamented how businesses is threatened due to the activities of the so-called unknown gunmen disturbing the Southeast. He said, Southeast Nigeria has almost no substantial natural resources. The Southeast is almost a barren soil. The Southeast has no outstanding federal importance. The only thing the Igbos in the East have to their advantage is the ability to turn money into more money, but they can only achieve that if the East is peaceful for business. The former militant leader added, today, the Southeast has begun a movement that could turn the East into a desolate desert. To those hailing unknown gunmen, you should also know that a bullet knows nobody. All we have to do is sit down and watch the show. Meanwhile, Senate Monetary Leader Senator Naya Abaribe has stated that he does not regret standing shorty for the embattled leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. A 55-year-old woman identified as Mrs. Chinyere Ohanyere, popularly known as Madam Chichi, has been arrested for allegedly buying a set of twins in Imo State. The native of Oguta local government area of the state, who allegedly pretended to have given birth to twins on September 3rd at Irete in Owerri West local government area of Imo State, was arrested last Tuesday at Graceland Estate in Owerri, Imo State capital, after the police received a tip-off. The lady was apprehended alongside her relative Adeze Ohanyere, who has been arrested before in a child trafficking case. The children have been taken to an orphanage for proper care while the police are on the trail of the kids' seller. A source said the operatives of the command got a tip-off, stormed the house and arrested them. She claimed she gave birth to the twins on September 3rd at Irete, but when she was subjected to medical examination, it was discovered that she wasn't delivered of the twins. She bought the kids, a boy and a girl. The police public relations officer, Michael Abatam, who confirmed the incident, said the case had been referred to the magistrate court of Imo State, where the accused is standing trial for allegedly child trafficking. The Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, says the federal government will borrow to finance 6 trillion deficit in the 2022 budget. Ahmed made this disclosure while briefing State House correspondents on the details of the 2022 budget proposal. According to Zainab, the federal government is borrowing to provide developmental projects, roads, rails, bridges, power and water for sustainable development in this country. She said the government would finance the 6 trillion deficit by new borrowings of 5 trillion, 2 trillion and foreign 2.506 trillion from project-held multilateral bilateral loans, privatization proceeds of 90,073 billion. She said, if we just depend on the revenues that we get, even though our revenues have increased, the operational expenditure of government, including salaries and other overheads, is barely covered or swallowed up by the revenue. So, we need to borrow to be able to build these projects that will ensure that we are able to develop on a sustainable basis. Nigeria's borrowing has been of great concern and has elicited a lot of discussions, but if you look at the total size of the borrowing, it is still within healthy and sustainable limits. As of July 2021, the total borrowing is 23% of GTB. When you compare it to other countries, we are the lowest within the region, lowest compared to Egypt, South Africa, Brazil, Mexico, and Angola. We do have a problem with revenue. Our revenues have been increasing. We just reported to the council that our revenues from non-oil have performed as of July at the rate of 111%, which means outperforming the projected budget. But our expenditure, especially staff enrollments, have been increasing at a very fast rate, making it difficult to cope with funding of government. So what we have to do is a combination of cutting down our costs as well as increasing revenue to be able to cope with all that is required for the government to do, including salaries, pension debts, services, as well as capital expenditure. President Buhari is expected to present the budget to the National Assembly today, Thursday, October 7th.